So for the Santa, I have a nose and a mustache, and this is his face. And the reason I had to do white was because I didn't have any light pink cardstock. You know, I always have a ton of cardstocks, but they were bright, kind of neon pink and everything else. So I have this is Distressed Oxide, which is not the same as the ink. These are water soluble, and these are a little bit more opaque than the Distressed inks are. So I'm just going to use this, and like I said, I'm just going to use the same one that I used for the red. And I am just going to, oh, I don't want to do his mustache. I'm just going to do the same little technique for his nose that I used before. And I just wanted to color up that piece of white cardstock. And I'm going to do the same thing to his face. And this might be a little big, but I would rather it be too big than not big enough. This was a real easy tag. Came together really, really quickly. Okay, so there's his little face. And then I'm just going to use this pink and just go around his mustache just to kind of give it a little bit of some definition. And then I'm going to do the same thing just to the outside of the nose and the outside of the face. The rest of his face will be covered up. Then I found if you take the black Distress ink and just kind of go around it, not really going up and down, but really just taking your piece or taking your sponge dauber and just running it over, because I didn't want very much, but it does give it, I don't know if you can see this or not, it does give a little bit more of a definition. So I'm going to do the same thing with my mustache, just going around the edges. Ooh, almost dropped it. And doing the sides a little bit. And then I'm also going to do my tag. Now, this part of the tag, we are going to fold it over just like that. So we need to ink this outer section of our tag. And like I said, I will post a pattern for all of this as soon as I get through with this live. So there's that one. We're just going to fold it down. I need to ink his beard. I forgot about his beard. All I did when I cut this out, I actually gave you a pattern like this, but all I did was I cut this in a square that was, I believe it was 3.5 inches by 6. And then I just folded it in half and then just took my scissors and just kind of made a scalloped edge. I used to have all those, fancy scissors. I think I gave them to my sister because I never used those fancy scissors. And then here lately there have been several projects that I'm like, dang, I wish I had those scissors. Oh, sometimes you just should keep some things. So once again, I'm just going to use the black and go around the edges. It just kind of makes it pop a little bit more. Now I'm going to do it on the inside of the card, because this is what everyone's going to see. Santa's beard is going to be our flap that you will write your to and from, or your, Merry Christmas, or whatever you want to write on the inside so that it doesn't show. So now we're going to put everything together. I'm going to put his beard. That's good. Like this. Make sure we get everything where it's supposed to be. I'm going to do my mustache and my nose. Now I'm using a piece of this thick white yarn that I've had in my stash for a long time. I'm using this as the fur on his hat, but if you don't have anything like this, I added a pattern piece that's for the fur of a hat. So you could use that, or use anything that you might have in your stash and use it for that. So let's just get this one down. I'm just going to use this tape runner because it's a little bit easier to get going. Put this one down. So now I'm just going to glue 1/2 of our beard. Okay? So then that way, when we glue it down, oops, I need to glue it up a little bit more. I think I got my face too far down. That's okay. Oops. I need to scoot it over some and get it on there good. Okay. So that way, Santa's beard will flip up. Okay? So now all we have to do is add his mustache and add his nose. I'm going to okay, we're going to put this right here, and then add the nose. Oh, and then I'm going to, excuse me, I'm going to hot glue this on. And then I have a pom-pom. This is the smallest white pom-pom that I had in my stash. Everything else was like teeny-tiny, and I don't even think I had any white ones. So you can glue this flap if you want to, but if you put ribbon through it, it's going to hold it down anyway. But it'll still kind of flap up if you want it to. So now all I'm going to do is use my fine point pen. I'm going to get all my hot glue things off, turn that off, give it some eyes. Doing the same thing that I did on the snowman, giving it a little bit of ovals. Just like that. And then I'm going to try to add a little bit of highlights with this pen. I know you probably can't see it because of the fur here. Just a little bit. Just kind of like a comma, or I forgot what the other one's called when it's like it's the end of the word and it's got like a little hitchkey and then an S or something. I can't remember what that little thing is called. But anyway. So I'm just going to once again double trace around it just to kind of give it a little bit of extra. Just look like you've done a whole lot more than you really have. And I do it kind of lightly, so then so then my lines are kind of squiggly. Same thing with his mustache. His nose, I'm just going to draw a line just to be a little different, and some dots. A little line and some dots. And then that's it. That's all there is. Just a quick and easy tag. Hold on a second here. Just a quick and easy tag that is adorable to put on your Christmas presents. And then just, they lift up the flap and they can see who it's to.